Hi there, Dylan here. I was supposed to make a proper SW5E video, but it ended up being way too long, so I decided to record the session 0 of an SW5E one-shot I did with a bunch of friends, and I will make that my SW5E video. This video works best if you already know how to play base DnD. Also, please excuse the microphone volume, I'm too lazy to fix it. No, I will not make a full SW5E video, I actually have some self-respect. Please enjoy me and my friend shenanigans.
Making my character way too serious. Hell no, I'm going with an engineer, which is a combination of an artificer, bard, cleric, and warlock. But honestly, I feel like choosing the race alone takes at least like half an hour to an hour.
Yeah, no, I just yeah, I'm gonna repeat it again and again once everyone arrives, but please, for the love of God, choose a vibe of the character that you're going for. If you've seen it on the screen, it's most likely a race playable in Star Wars 5e, and then I want to play that race, and then I'll help you find what that race is, because you will not be able to choose when all the options are laid out in front of you, because there's just too much. And I believe that only leaves 1, 2, 3, 4. Who does that leave? Hang on.
I think Andila still has to come, and then someone else.
Oh, and Seth. Seth could not make it tonight, unfortunately.
Okay, cool.
That's why I'm doing the recording, and yeah, that's why I'm doing the recording and going to send it to him afterwards.
Please check out today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend.
Alright, so go ahead, grab some water, grab some snacks if you need to. Oh shit, I forgot. Fuck. So just make sure to adjust jockey music to the volume that you are happy with, because yeah, no, you can put them all the way down to fucking 0% if you want to.
I cannot do 80%. I can either do 79 or 81. This is gonna cause me to kill myself.
I accidentally kicked him out of the thing.
Yeah, we can start.
Yes.
Alright. Cool. I mean, is everyone excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Alright, cool and good. So, Star Wars 5th edition. Welcome to the edition that makes D&D into Star Wars. The game that makes D&D into Star Wars. This is working off of base D&D 5e rules. Think of it as just D&D, except more stuff has been added on and some things have been swapped around. But the base mechanics are still the same. So, Star Wars 5e, we're going to be playing a one-shot tomorrow, yippee you, and it is going to be the wonderful time of 18 BBY, 1 year after Order 66 happened. Yay!
I have to play my Jedi character.
So this is the one shot will be 1 year after Order 66. We know it, we love it. The clones have just been phased out, and the stormtroopers are the new and improved army of the new Empire. And oh, and not to mention the Inquisitors are the new and people thing on the block, and they are absolutely fucking terrifying. Not just to the Jedi, but just anyone in general. So, the deal is, we're going to have this session be a little test that I'm going to run as a thing where we're going to set up the party dynamics and a little bit of the backstory before the session even starts, because you guys will be part of a crew, a bounty hunter crew. So so you'll be a neutral ground in the Star Wars universe. You're not going to be part of the Order of the Jedi that are now scattered, nor are you going to be part of the Empire. You're going to be on your own. You guys are going to be very, I'm assuming, well, because you're bounty hunters, you're going to be very accepting of anyone that comes along to help you. So you're going to be bounty hunters. That gives you free reign to choose whichever race or class or identity that you wish, because you're a bounty hunter. Who fucking cares? If you make money, sure, so be it. Who cares if you're not serving the Empire, or if you're like a little bit, you know, un-Jedi like, hey man, we're all making money out here. Ain't no rest for the wicked and all that type of stuff. So, if you want to, there is this website called SW5E that has all the rules and stuff for it. If you want to, you can go along with the character creation process by going up to this little place, tools at the top right, and then character creation. That is a little like, I recommend this to you if you want to create the character. It like writes everything down for you. It's like D&D Beyond, except better and free. Yay! Please feel free to stop me anytime if you want to ask any more questions, but I will be continuing from here. What did I put in this next one? Yes! Species. Good lord, there's so fucking many. If you've seen it on the screen of a Star Wars movie or a series of the fucking comic books even, because Star Wars nerds are fucking insane, it's probably a race in SW5E. So this is what I recommend to you guys. Please, so that you don't get over choice, because there's so many different choices to choose in like races and classes and subclasses, think of the vibe of the character you want to go now. Like, it doesn't have to be set in stone, just a nebulous idea of what you want to like be. Like, what's your character's deal? Because chances are, out of all the classes and subclasses, you're probably gonna see one that hits the mark for you, because I do not recommend you look at all the choices and then decide afterward, because there's just too many to decide. So yeah, that is that is my advice to you. The one big change is the spell casting. It's made slightly more understandable in a sense. There is no more spell slots. It's now like a point system. You have a certain amount of force points or tech points, and then depending on the spell you want to cast, it has a point cost. So, like, level 1 spells should be 2 points, level 3 spells should be 4 points. I did think I put it here, yeah. For any power, or it's called powers now, because, you know, Star Wars doesn't have a lot of magic. So for the spell level 1, the point cost will be level 2. For the power level 2, point cost level 3. Point cost is 3 points, so on and so forth. It's a little easier to understand than the spell slot system, in my opinion. And if you want to cast one power at a higher level, you just spend the appropriate amount of points for it. Easy peasy. And of course, level 0 powers are cantrips, and you can cast them at will. So there is a very important distinction between force powers and tech powers. Of course, there's loads of different things you can do with tech and the force. So force casting doesn't require a spell casting focus. You know, they just point out their hands and then lightning shoots out of it. It's easy peasy. There's different alignments for different force powers as well. Light side force powers use wisdom. Dark side force powers use charisma, and there's also some force powers that are universal that you can use either one for. You can only regain force points after a long rest. Tech casting is a little easier. There's no alignment. You do require a spell casting focus for it. Most of the time, it'll be like your tools and stuff like that, and you regain tech points on a short rest. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Please tell me if there are any questions, and then we will move on. Feel free to interrupt me at any time. But yes. First of all, let's go through the classes. First off, nice and easy, the Berserker. It's just the D&D barbarian with a lot more customization options. They get this thing called instincts, which are like things that you can pick and choose from as you level up, and it just gives that tiny little bit more customization because the people who made Star Wars 5e fucking love customization, apparently. No, there's just anything that you think of from, like, jumping higher or whatever, it should be there. I also going to give some examples from that you've seen on the screen or whatnot that are definitely Berserkers, if you, like, transfer them into Star Wars 5e. Berserker characters would be, like, Chewbacca, the machine gun guy from Rogue One, fucking love him. Berserkers can also be Berserkers with guns. And the Wrecker from the Bad Batch. We know him, we love him. The subclasses of the Berserker include Ballistic, that's gun, Cyclone, dual blades, Juggernaut, that's just the Juggernaut from the X-Men, like, you move. The Marauder gets force powers, the Addicted gets drugs, Armored gets spiky armor, the Beastmaster gets to wrestle bears, the Beastmaster Companion gets a bear buddy, the Bloodstorm gets to throw spears so good that it comes back to him, the Brawling gets fists, just punching. The Champion gets fighter maneuvers. The Frenzied is just the D&D Frenzy. The Industrial gets tech powers. The Precision gets dexterity. And also, like, I think sniping? I can't remember. The War Chief gets to buff allies while in combat. Moving on, there's the Consular. The Consular is now different. There's no D&D counterpart to it. It's like the Wizard and the Sorcerer and the Cleric mixed into one class. Wizard being that it's the main spellcaster and a glass cannon, and Sorcerer in the sense that they get these force-empowered castings, like the Sorcerer meta magic. You get like, I believe, focus points or something like that. And then you get to spend them in order to do funny things with the force powers. Characters include Yoda, Darth Sidious, and just any, like, strong force user that you've seen in the Star Wars series. These guys rely on, like talking and their power of the force first before drawing their lightsabers. And yeah, their subclasses include Balance, which is like they get a shield. Lightning, unlimited power. Suggestion, not the droids you're looking for. We love it. Endurance, just give buff Wizard. It gives you more health and whatnot. Manipulation, you get to have lightsabers spin around you. Technology, you get tech powers because force powers aren't enough. Telekinetic, go full Starkiller style and just fling everyone around. Tutelage, you become a babysitter, you get a Padawan. Seer, see the future, we'd love to see it. And negation, which is just if you're affected by something negative, nuh-uh, we don't like that, but yes. Moving on to the Engineer. These guys are like Bard and Artificer with a lot more spells. They're the main tech casters and they have so much utility. Character examples of them include like R2-D2 or Tech from the Bad Batch as well. Then the engineering fields that you get. Armorec, you get like a super suit. Arms Tech, make guns better. Gadgeteer, go gadget overchoice. Gadgeteer just has so many different things, from jetpacks to extra arms. It's just insane. Unstable is like wild magic, where you get a little table that you can roll, and it's just unstable technology. Very fun. Astrotech, you're good with droids. Astrotech, the companion sub-variant, where you get a little droid buddy with you. Biochem, you become a crazy alchemist. Biotech, you become Adeptus Mechanicus, where you get some self-modification stuff. Artificer, you get force powers because tech powers aren't enough. Cybertech, you get tech meta magic, where you get like careful spells and stuff like that. Construction, you can just make bridges and barricades and shit. It's insane. And audio tech, you become Lucio. You get to heal your friends through the power of audio, I guess. But yes, next up it is the Fighter. These guys are very similar to the D&D Fighter. except the Battle Master maneuvers that you usually get from the Battle Master subclass in D&D are now just a base trait that can be picked up by other classes as well. They get, the fighters specifically get special maneuvers called strategies, which just like adds more onto it. Examples of fighters in Star Wars may include Jyn Erso, Finn, Rex, and that one girl from the Battlefront 2 campaign that I can't remember the name of. And then fighter subclasses include the Assault, which you get, it's just the D&D champion, where like you get easier crits and more damage and stuff like that. Blade Master, you get to use a sword very well. Shield, you get tech powers. Tactical, you get better maneuvers and stuff, more maneuvers. Adept, you're good with droids. Demolitions, bombs. Enhancement, you get special ammo types that you can fire away. Exhibition, you become like Revolver Ocelot, you can do flashy stuff and distract enemies. Fire Team is very good with support in combat. Fire Team Companion, Babysitter 2, Electric Boogaloo, you just get another guy that hangs out with you, I guess. Heavy Weapons, Big Brt, you know, we love. Mounted, you get to like ride a mount and do stuff on it, like tauntauns and whatnot, tauntaun supremacy. Praetorian is like the samurai from D&D, where you get a little like bonus action, like focus mode, where you get more health and like extra AC and stuff like that, more damage. And Totem, you just get Barbarian's Totem stuff. I don't know why Fighter has them, but they do. Next up is the Guardians. The Guardians are the D&D Paladins. Plus, you get to choose what your aura does, and I believe you get extra auras. I can't remember specifically.
Yes.
But yes, you get to choose what your aura does, and there's plenty of more character examples. A bit tricky to think of, but like, the Guardians are explained as like, these are the Jedi that are good with their lightsabers, not as good with the Force.
All the duelists and shit.
They're like the duelists and stuff. So I figured that, oh, that's probably like Qui-Gon and like any of the Jedi generals in the Clone War. I put Kylo Ren here, but thinking of it now, he's probably something else because he's quite good with the Force. Who knows? Kylo's pretty good, but oh well. The Guardians have subclasses based on the different like lightsaber forms that you can choose. So the names are not very easily to remember.
Oh goodness.
I can't specifically remember if the other classes also get lightsaber forms to choose from. I think they do, but the Guardians,
They get like extra shit.
yeah, they get extra shit based on the form they choose.
Facts.
So I've done the liberty of just explaining basically what the forms of the Guardians do. The Makashi style is very good with one-on-one combat. Neiman, they get force-empowered hits and stuff. The Xian or the Gemso has a lot of damage. The Sorezu is good with defense. Aquinos, Droid Buddy 2, Tokyo Drift. Ataru, they've got a lot of speed under their belt. The Jarkai have dual blade stuff. The Juyo and the Vapad, Angry, some angry force powers on their side, a little bit of dark side dipping, who knows. The Shicho, they've got that distract and disarm stuff on them. The Sokan is the they can shove, trip, and avoid being moved. The Trakata, they throw their sword off and... Oh, no. The Trakata, you turn your sword off and then on again. It's that move, basically. And they get stuff based on that. The Vonul and the Ishu, they've got the Teammate Protector stuff on them. Vonul and Ishu Companion. Babysitter 3, Revengeance. You get another Padawan. And the Izanite, guns, baby! Lightsaber and guns! But yes. Anyways, moving on is the monks. They're like the D&D monks, but kind of better. They're buffed from regular D&D monks, and they get a lot more customization. The character example is Chirrut from the monk guy from Rogue One. That's the only guy I could find that's like a monk in D&D, and he's like pretty much the best example. So yeah. But yes, the monk subclasses that you get are the Crimson, they get armor. The Achani, they choose weapons to be really good at. The Matukai, Mutukai. A little bit of force for more damage. The Night Sister, some dark magic. The Aang Ti, actual force powers this time. The Jiao She, punch to learn more. When you punch an enemy good, you get to learn what their like resistances and weaknesses are, which is very funny to me. The Cage, you get some darkness powers, some like stealthy darkness stuff. The Crowbar, it's Avatar bending. It's like elemental bending from Avatar. There's no sugarcoating it. It's just that. Kyuzo, you get to block blaster fire by throwing your sword. The Rukatan, you get tech powers. The Taras Kasi, you get different stances that you get to choose, and the stances do different things. Trickster, surprisingly the simplest to understand. They just get like some like trickster stuff that they get to do, so, like imposing disadvantage on people and whatnot. And then the Wilds, Gun Monk, because Gun Monk, who the fuck, man. Moving on, there is the Operative. These are the DnD rogues, except they've got a lot more customization. And the subclasses also give different ways to get sneak attacks. So you don't just have to have advantage. Depending on your subclass, you get to like have different options to get sneak attacks as well. Character examples include Han Solo, Poe Dameron, Cassian Andor, and Crosshair. Very operative characters. Subclasses of the operative are the Acquisitions operative. They're like the thieves and spies. Beguiler, they get force powers. Lethality, the DnD assassin. Sharpshooter, this is a sniper. Bolstering, you get to share your like rogue stuff, like cunning actions and stuff, with your teammates if they're close to you, which is quite interesting. Disabling, you debuff enemies. Gunslinger, you get some trick shots on you. Maverick, you get some fighter maneuvers on you. Performance is just dance fighting. I don't know how else to explain it. Pugnacity, you add some very like debuffs and funny stuff to your sneak attacks that make them more interesting. Ruffian is just the DnD swashbuckler. The Saboteur has tech powers. Sawbones is a combat doctor. Scrapper gets to fight dirty and stuff. And oh my goodness, I think Laza's back.
Yay!
The Shadow Assassin, or the Shadow Killer, is like the assassin and like spy from like not from D&D, just like an assassin spy type character. And then we get to see a completely new class that doesn't have any relations to D&D or like anything else, is the Scholar. Now, the Scholar gets some fighter maneuvers. They get an ability called Analyze, where if you analyze a hostile character, you get to add intelligence to your attacks to it. If you analyze a friendly character, one of their attacks gets to use your int modifier. You also get discoveries, which are some like extra like things that you can add on that just make your Scholar a little bit stronger. Then there's also the Sage Advice ability, where you choose something to give your allies proficiency in for a short while. And then they like Bard is the jack of all trades of D&D. Scholar is now the jack of all trades of SW5E. These guys are insane. They're like engineers, but not tech savvy. They give like information and like point out weak spots on enemies, and like they're like that kind of stuff. Character examples of scholars in like Star Wars would include like C-3PO or even Echo from the Bad Batch. I wanted to get another one because I didn't want to just put C-3PO in the scholar thing. But in any case, scholars get some subclasses, which are the Gambler. We love gambling. The Physician, which just makes you a doctor. The Politician, it's what it says on the tin. Archaeologist, which just gives you force powers, I guess. Chef, it makes you a chef. Detective makes you a detective. Explorer, yeah, it makes you explorer. Geneticist, yeah, it's very, very on the nose on these ones. Occultist, you get to have some like hexing powers and stuff like that. Slicer, you get tech powers. And Zoologist, Bear Buddy 2, Infinity War, you get a beast companion with you as well. And then after that is the Scouts. These guys are like the Rangers from DnD, but a little bit more stronger. And a lot more customizable. They have a Hunter's Mark and tech casting. Character examples may include Din Djarin himself from The Mandalorian, any like Republic Commando or Hunter from The Bad Batch. The subclasses include Bulwark, you get a little personal shield on you. Hunter, you get to have a lot more stuff on your favorite enemy. Slayer, I don't know how else to explain it. It just makes you Doom Guy. It just makes you Doom Guy. You get a Hunter's Mark and you're super scary. You get like melee stuff. It's insane. Stalker, you get some stealth on you. Artillerist, delayed tech power shenanigans. Artillerist Companion, you get a turret buddy, which is very fun. Deadeye, you get some fighter maneuvers and you get to snipe some stuff. Illusionist, it's what it says on the tin, you get some illusion powers. Inquisitor, you get some force powers. Mastermind, you get to use your intelligence instead of your dex for some of your attacks and stuff like that. It's more than that, but like that's the main gist of it. Mechanist, you get some tech powers. Mechanist Companion, Droid Buddy 3, Revenge of the Fallen. Predator, you get to buff allies in fights. Teleportation, it's what it says on the tin, you get to teleport. Triad, Doctor 2, Multiverse of Madness, you just become a doctor. And then, after that, the last guys, and probably the person you've seen in most of the Star Wars movies, is the Sentinel. It's another new class. They're a mash between the Guardian and the Consular, with a little bit of Bard sprinkled in. So, basically, they cast more force powers than the Guardian. They're less tanky than the Guardian, but they're not as glass cannony as the Wizard. Like, they're more buff than the Wizard, less, like, more durable than the Wizard, less durable than the Guardian, but they've got more force powers than the Guardian, and more fighting than the Wizard, basically. It's like a good in-between between Guardian, Paladin, and Wizard, basically. Yeah, more magic than the Guardian, if the Wizard wasn't a glass cannon. And the character examples that these guys probably would have been in Star Wars, most of the Jedi and Sith you see in most of the movies, Obi-Wan, Dooku, Maul, Anakin, maybe even, who knows. These guys are pretty much like the run-of-the-mill Jedi, I guess. A good balance between force powers and also lightsaber combat. Then, the Sentinel Pass that you can choose. Focus, you fight good. Shadows give you stealth. Corsair just gives you grenades. Force Blade, you get some saber throws and stuff. Aggression, you get some dark side lightning stuff. Communion, you get to talk to Force Ghosts. Ethereality, you become Force Ghost for a little bit, get Danny Phantom style, who knows. Iron, you get some armor and swords. Meditation, you get to buff your allies. Synthesis, you get some tech powers. Tenacity, you get you just become tanky. Witchcraft, you get some magic on you. And Witchcraft Companion, you get Bear Buddy 3, the last bear. Another beast companion. And yeah. Down. Do we have any questions?
I think we're good.
Whoa.
Hey.
Gee.
That wasn't a C. That was a sigh. That was a sigh. Speaking. All right. So, starting from how my Discord is laid out.
Starting from the bottom, now we here.
Starting from the bottom, now we here. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, give me 1 second. There's an actual full live cockroach that just flew onto my
Oh
screen.
no!
Oh, nice.
Oh!
Do battle, Dylan.
I will not.
Slay the creature.
He went under my keyboard. Where are you going?
I'm showing
no.
you.
I heard. No, I learned something horrible. Apparently, some cockroaches can bite.
Bruh, no!
What did you say?
No.
My headphones disconnected. What happened?
Go
Hang on.
away.
You said
I disagree.
they can fight back? Nah, it's over.
Ah! What the fuck? Ah, there he is. Get out of here.
Nah, it's over. Nah, it's over.
No joke, bro.
Ah! Die! Die! Crush! Kill! Maim! Is he dead?
Murder!
I hope he's dead.
Dylan is going through the motions. In the
Get that XP, Dylan.
I think I got him. He's.
Dylan, did you get 3 levels of XP from that?
Oh god, he was so big.
This
There we go.
That's what she said.
Oh, shut your mouth. Okay. He's in a tomb of tissues now, and I'm not opening that. Okay. Oh goodness, I dropped my keyboard and keys fell out.
Yeah.
Hamburger.